Namaskaram, everyone. So, we are conducting this live session, which is basically the Devi consecration is beginning from tomorrow. So, I know many of you who are joining from the Eastern Hemisphere. The day is going to be a little bit different for you guys. So, the Linga consecration in US was like a long overdue. It was supposed to happen last year, but for whatever reason, like it is taking place from tomorrow. Like I have a flight within the next few hours, so I'm still here because yeah. So before we begin, what we actually refer as spirituality is basically, the another dimension, but to reach that other dimension, there are many different ways, and the yogis, the gurus, the bhaktas in the path, in whatever way they knew, they have devised many different ways, and even the Adiyogi Shiva in the Vigana Vairava Tantra, the 112 methods, one of the way is the way of the devotion, and the another way is the way of the music. And then the third is basically the way of the mantras. So when you put all these three together, it can actually help you transcend the limited boundary of mind and body. So to celebrate the upcoming Linga Vairava consecration here in ISA Institute of Inner Sciences, Tennessee, by Sadhguru, and thousands and thousands of, seekers will be coming here, the devotees of Sadhguru and Isha meditators. This is a once in a lifetime to experience the Prana Pratishtha, the consecration through by Sadhguru, and then this is the immense possibility that is getting opened in this part of the world. Because how much intense our seeking is, we are all bound by our own prarabdha and karma and our own, a little bit of unnecessary logic idea that, competing with another person. And so we have now come up with one of the devotees of Devi, who has invested his life for last few years at Linga Bhairavi temple in Nepal, and you guys are rightfully waiting for him. So I'll just welcome Anishana. So he'll be joining very soon, in any moment he will be here. So the next, whatever duration that we'll be going through is going to be the offering for the Devi, and just like I mentioned, it's going to be the possibility. If you are logically thinking, then devotion is one of the method, music is one of the method, mantra is one of the method, but for a devotee, a devotee is just looking for the reasons to, dissolve himself. And that is what, today we just forget about all the logic, set all the logics aside, because Devi is the dimension that if you use the logic, then you'll not get anywhere, because this is not the way of the yoga, this is the way of devotion. So I can see that Anna is now online. So Anishana, you can request to join the call. Yeah, okay. So Anna is online. So before we begin, I'll just connect Anna, but I'll also share a little bit about what I know about him and everything. Okay. Namaskaram.
Namaskaram. Namaskaram.
Okay, so Anishana is here all the way from the land of the Linga Bhairavi Devi in Kathmandu. So he's a devoted seeker. I'll just like share a little bit about like Anishana. Like he may not know from my perspective, but since the time, long time back, okay, like it's like a I think like I can actually see quite a bit of like a huge transformation within Anishana. So I remember like once we went on this the first unofficial Nepal Mandala Yatra. We didn't had a name for that Nepal Mandala Yatra, of course. So we were there like energy mapping, and we went to a few of the temples and everything. And Anishana was, somehow got become part of that yatra in somewhere, and he was asking like trying to ask me a few questions. I still remember. We'll not go into that one, but he was curious enough. But I was, I think my way is like I don't actually try to answer like huge people and everything, and but we never needed got the opportunity to answer that question directly to Anishana, but somehow like the Devi, I think, has actually evaporated that question, or maybe in some way, resolve that issue. So after that, like we had the opportunity to get more along with Anishana, like during the when Sadhguru announced the Lingavariv consecration in Nepal, and before that, like we had the Sepsol event also. So like Anish and I had been, going across all the schools and colleges across Kathmandu, and then singing his soul out, and we collected a lot of letters, and it inspired like a whole lot of people, because just like I mentioned earlier before I started this call, that there's a one way of logic that okay, we need to save soil, we need to save soil, we need to save soil, but eventually, like unless people don't feel that like it is part of themselves, that okay, we are the soil. If you have not arrived to that point, then just hammering people with the words save the soil is not going to work. And music is one of the best way to entering the hearts of the people who is listening out to the people, and that is what our today's attempt is also going to be. And then we also had Linga Bhairavi consecration, and for that like we actually conducted a lot of events across. At that time, like I didn't actually knew about the full potential of like what Anna had with the music and everything, because I was always like a very focused, and I didn't have time to look sideways and everything. So if we had known at that time, like we could have actually made full blown use of the possibility that unlike other uh, musical volunteers had carried and everything. But anyways, like we were able to touch so many people, and yeah, so the Vairavi Utsav and everything was mind blowing. And yeah, and finally, like now, Anna is actually a regular volunteer at Lingavaravi Temple, and he's one of the foundations there, and rightly so, the Sounds of Isha Nepal. So, and they are every Friday, I think it's Friday. So, like, if you are in Kathmandu Valley, like, you can visit the temple, and they offer the musical offering to Lingavaravi Devi. Now it's called Sadguru Sannidhi Kathmandu. And not only that, like we now have the Adi Yogi also. So it's like a great, and every Mahashivratri and during the uh, yeah, so during the Navaratri, which is soon coming up in next few months, like it's going to be great. And one of the main the reason like why we actually conducted this live session is basically there are many people like who actually fell in love with your offering, the classic A Devi Vairavi, and I heard that like even when Swami was there, like when because Swami played a fundamental role, although Sadhguru is the back, always he's there, but Swami was the pivotal role, like who actually made the Sepsol and the Lingavaravi Devi Temple happen in a big way. And I heard that Sorupana was always saying that Swami was always crooning this E Devi Bhairavi like all the time. So yeah, I can see like how much impact it has in people's devotion and ways of life to connect more with the Devi, even though like most of the people may not understand the Nepali language. Hopefully, like I will see you in the Mahashivratri very soon. because people just want to dissolve in that song and everything. So yeah, so Anna is now like a major part of the temple, and there might be like a big plans going on, and so Anna now has got the studio in Kathmandu Valley. So next time, hopefully, like when we'll be conducting the Nepal Mandala Yatra, and people who are coming for the Kailash, like will have the privilege of listen to this all this kind of music. So before we begin, Anna, like I just want to know because people want to know more. Like music is one aspect of it. Like they want to may be interested to know that like okay, who is Anishana? Because what I shared was from a perspective of like a limited interaction that I had with you and what I've seen. You can just share like a little bit like when you started your music and how you got into Isha and what actually inspired you to be part of like volunteering and uh, now like you have become like all red. So yes, Anna. Welcome, Anna. Welcome to
Thank you,
this
Anna. Thank you.
small attempt. And before we begin, like I just want to add one more thing. Like people who are listening to this, like this is just not just for the celebration for the successful consecration in Kathmandu, but also upcoming consecration that is starting from tomorrow. And the largest Lingavaravi temple that ever built is coming in Bengaluru. So we still need like a lot of support for that one in Karnataka. So yeah, please come ahead. Okay. Yes, Anna. So you can start with your introduction and Jai Bhairavi Devi. Please go.
Very well. Namaskaram, Anna. Namaskaram to everyone who is watching. Uh, so, my name is Anish, and this is my artist account, which is known as Shravya, which I go by my music name, artist name. And so, while talking about me, I started music was very much of a part of me from very early of my life, and mm, I think sound really intrigued me. I used to listen a lot of songs. I was never into like I want to sing, but singing I think happened uh, as a consequence of listening to a lot of music, and then I have been a very keen listener of songs, and then I started singing, and music has been with me ever since. Uh, but but after I think Devi came into life, uh, music has a different space in my life. Music has been a mm, yeah. Now it feels like I can just sing for her and like that, and it's a very even to utter these sentences to myself is very uh, funny because I never thought I would be a devotee in life or sing for a deity, but now it's very different singing. And yeah, like that, when, like you mentioned, when we started the uh, consecration here and the preparations were happening, then I had no idea about Devi. And you inspired us to like go for these uh, promotions and everything, but in my mind, it was just like, okay, Sadhguru told to promote it. I was like, I don't know what it is. I never ever heard of Lingavari as such, and then we started promoting, and we went to so many places in Kathmandu. We started singing and singing and singing, and for some reason, I actually didn't even go for the consecration. I was going, but I couldn't for some health reasons. And then I think I went to the second or third day, and then in the fifth day, I think I started getting this melody which started with Kalu, something like because I Kalu means black, and I saw her and she's black, so I thought, okay, it should start with black, and then yeah, then I started writing. Actually, it happened very funnily that I was just sitting inside, just I was very honest to myself that I knew I wouldn't understand her because I didn't want to make a conclusion by going that okay, everyone is saying she's Devi and she's so something. So I was very honest to myself. I was just sitting, and then I think being a musician, the first thing that came to me was a melody, and it just started coming within myself. And I totally give the credit to her about the song, how it was written, and I think I finished the song in like 30 minutes. I just went outside, and then the words just just it just came out naturally, and the melody came out very naturally, and then I just completed the song, and it took us a long time to release it, but then Sounds of Isa did it, so it was nice. Like that, the song also came out.
Yeah, and what decided you to become, be part of the temple like this much and everything? So.
Uh, yeah, I think like the song, in the song there is a line where I said, न्यानो त्यो काखमा कसरी खै खोलिन्छ नि आँखा सधैँ. uh, and it was like that only, which means that I don't know how, but always I happen to open my eyes in your lap. So it was more like that while going through life, and so many things here and there happening, and then suddenly when I entered the temple itself,
Mm-hmm.
uh, it was it was a very, I think I was very smart to choose it because it was so enough. It was so enough and nice to be there. And when then I started knowing her a little bit more than what I knew in the beginning, then it felt like, okay, why should I use my own mind? And when she's there, kind of thing. Yeah. So then I
Wow,
was very regular in the temple.
beautiful. So what was your like before we begin? I think many of them are like now waiting to hear your very beautiful voice. And what is your reaction the first time? How people came to know about your that particular song, and what was their reaction like? Because I can hear that like everybody was just like I told, like even the Swami was also crooning that music every time he was volunteering.
Yeah.
For example, like even the Brahmananda Sarva, we have got like a different kind of chants, but somehow like she had like the Devi has actually overridden all those other chants again. This is the way of the devotion. Okay, it's just like yeah, yeah. Please.
I think, yeah, as far as I remember, when we started releasing, first we released a very raw version of it,
Hmm.
and then from here only, Linga Bhairavi Nepal, the Nepali page.
Hmm.
Then I think after it went through Sadhguru's page, the raw version, then it was people started knowing about it, and
Hmm.
even in temple here only, when some upasakas and when some devotees and in the temple volunteers started, uh, humming it and things like that. And after it was released from Sadhguru's page, and then when from uh from India, when people started recognizing that song, and more importantly, they started feeling connected to that song. Then the more I used to hear, the more I used to hear. Being an artist, you have this thing that okay, I created it or something. But with this song, the more people heard it and the more people liked it, it was more like okay, the lesser I felt like I made it, the lesser I felt like I made it, and now it doesn't feel like okay, I happened to make that song.
Wow. Okay. Okay, great to hear that. So, everybody like listening to this podcast, like we'll be making this available even after this. So, anyone who does not have a time to join in all the time, you can make use of this afterwards. So, no, like yeah. So, with the name of the Devi, like let's start with the offering. So, the stage is all yours.
Thank
So if anybody has any questions, we will handle them at the end. You can just leave the questions as a comment. Okay, we can begin.
So we'll start with the A Devi
Sure,
original
sure,
song.
Anand.
कालो केश सजिए के चन्द्रमाको जाडो कि चम्केकी कालो केशभित्र सजिएकी चन्द्रमाको जाडो कि चम्केकी धारण भई अङ्गालोमा बेरी दुई आँखा मेरा त्रिणी धारण भई अङ्गालोमा बेरी दुई आँखा मेरा त्रिणी मेरा सबै उसको भयो उसकै भए पुग्छन् नि पाइला पुग्छन् सोच्छन् पछि हे देवी भैरवी हे देवी भैरवी हे देवी भैरवी हे देवी भैरवी da 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 नीला तिया भित्र डुबेरै बतारिदिन्छु यो संसार सजिलै खोजी हिँडु खोजु के पाइसकेपछि जब तिमीलाई न्यानो त्यो आँखामा कसरी खै खोलिन्छन् नि आँखा मेरा थाहै नभए न्यानो त्यो आँखामा कसरी खै खोलिन्छन् नि आँखा मेरा थाहै नभए अङ्गालोमा बेरी दुई आँखा मेरा त्रिणी थाहै नभए अङ्गालोमा बेरी दुई आँखा मेरा त्रिणी मेरा सबै उसको भयो उसकै भए पुग्छन् नि पाइला पुग्छन् नि सोच्छन् पछि हे देवी भैरवी 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 da da
Amazing, Anna. Amazing. Okay, now we can continue with another song, which we really like.
Okay. So not so many songs that I know of Devi. This song actually I really know. Other songs I know this song. So this song is called Jaya Jaya Jagat Janani Devi, but I'm not so good at it. But I always sing in the temple to Devi. So I hope I can do it well. जय जय जगत जननी देवी माता, जय जय जगत जननी देवी, जय जय जगत जननी देवी माता, जय जय जगत जननी देवी, सुर नर मुनि असुर सेवी भक्ति मुक्ति दायिनी भयहर कालिका, जय जय जगत जननी देवी, सुर नर मुनि असुर सेवी भक्ति मुक्ति दायिनी भयहर कालिका, मंगल मुदे सिद्धि सदनि पर्व शर्वरीश वदनि, मंगल मुदे सिद्धि सदनि पर्व शर्वरीश वदनि, तापति वीर तरुण तरणि किरण मालिका, जय जय जगत जननी देवी माता, जय जय जगत जननी देवी। धर्म चरम कर कृपाण शूल शैल धनुष बाण, धर्म चरम कर कृपाण शूल शैल धनुष बाण, धरणि धरणि दानव दल रण करालिका, पूतना पिशाच प्रेत डाकिनी साकिनी समेत, पूतना पिशाच प्रेत डाकिनी साकिनी समेत, भूत ग्रह बेताल खग मृगाली जालिका, जय जय जगत जननी देवी माता, जय जय जगत जननी देवी। जय महेश भामिनी अनेक रूप नामिनी, आ जय महेश भामिनी अनेक रूप नामिनी, समस्त लोक स्वामिनी शैलबालिका, रघुपति पद परम प्रेम तुलसी यह अचल नेम, रघुपति पद परम प्रेम तुलसी यह अचल नेम, देहु है प्रसन्न पाहि प्रणत पालिका, जय जय जगत जननी देवी माता, जय जय जगत जननी देवी माता, जय जय जगत जननी देवी माँ
Wow, that was like a very powerful one.
Thank
Really, really nice. Yeah, there are a lot of audience from India, as you know, this is set in Indian time zone so that Indian participants can make use of it. So if you have anything from Kabir or any Hindi one, they might relate because, as you know, spirituality has been a very paradoxical thing because, as Sadhguru also says, spirituality is something that has no form, no names, and everything. And that is the reason if you tell somebody about spirituality, there is going to be the endless debate. And because of that reason, we have to come up with different forms and different names. You can start with 33 names or Devi, but you can extend it to 3,333 or 3 million or even 3 trillion. But eventually it has to do something with how you relate with another person. And music is the very powerful thing because as we have seen during the Sepsal also, that if you go and you start saying Sepsal, not many people will come, but you start playing some strings and it just pulls people up like a magnet. So you can try some the maybe Kavira song or Sounds of Isha songs because that is
you.
what is going to touch them because hardcore spirituality is a little bit off bound. And one of the reason I started this the channel and Instagram channel, and as you know that I done made it a purely Isha based because we need to be as inclusive as possible, and we want to show to the world that the possibility that Sadhguru carries. And as you have seen, a lot of the people in this audience and even in my channel are not 100% Isa based. Maybe they are just still, because to jump into the unknown, either you need to be a mad person or you should be mad with devotion. So yeah, let's go with madness with devotion today.
Sure. Mm, I think this song just came to my mind. Nay Harwa. It's a Kabir song, but sounds like Isha also. I'll sing that. Nay Harwa. Nay Harwa. हम कान हम कान नहीं हरवा नहीं हरवा नहीं हरवा हम कान हम कान भावे नहीं हरवा नहीं हरवा नहीं हरवा साई की नगरी साई की नगरी परम अति सुंदर साई की नगरी परम अति सुंदर जहाँ कोई जावे ना यहाँ दर्द यहाँ साए को सुनावे मेहरबा 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 बिन सतगुरु आपनों नहीं कोई आपनों नहीं कोई बिन सतगुरु आपनों नहीं कोई आपनों नहीं कोई जो यहाँ राह बतावे वो जो यहाँ राह बतावे अपने यहाँ अपने यहाँ अपने यहाँ अपने यहाँ जिया की बुझावे मेहरबा 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 हम का न भावे हम का न भावे मेहरबा मेहरबा मेहरबा
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, you can continue playing a few songs like as you feel like. And
Yeah. Maybe one more. I think this song is quite famous these days and really nice. Shiva Kailasha ke Vasi.
yeah, and fortunately, like I think Sadhguru will be able to go to Kailash this time. So he has got some unfinished projects to complete. So
शिव कैलाशों के वासी धौलीधारों के राजा शंकर संकटहरणा शंकर संकटहरणा शिव कैलाशों के वासी धौलीधारों के राजा शंकर संकटहरणा शंकर संकटहरणा तेरे कैलाशों का अंत न पाया तेरे कैलाशों का अंत न पाया अंत बेअंत तेरी माया ओ भोले बाबा अंत बेअंत तेरी माया Shankara Shankata Shankara बेले के पतिया भस्म अर्थ तुरा बेले के पतिया भस्म अर्थ तुरा शिव जी के मन को लुभाए ओ भोले बाबा शिव जी के मन को लुभाए शंकर संकटहरना शंकर संकटहरना एक दायरा तेरा तुम मेरे चौकाना एक दायरा तेरा तुम मेरे चौगाना तुझालाई देता मोला ओ भोले बाबा तुझालाई देता शंकर संकटहरना शंकर संकटहरना शिव कैलाश के वासी भोलेदारों के राजा शंकर संकटहरना शंकर संकटहरना ओ भोले बाबा शंकर संकटहरना शंकर
Oh, that's a very beautiful song, and that summarizes that many of the devotees of Sadhguru, they see Shiva in him. So yeah, it's and it was great that like once Sadhguru also sang the same song. Amazing, and yeah, you can continue to flow. Like I don't want to interrupt with the words and everything because because it's a wave
No,
of devotion.
yeah. So now I have to think songs. Uh,
For
God bless you.
everyone, for a logical person, like, yoga, sadhana, how many hours of sadhana, how many years of sadhana, how difficult sadhana you are doing, like, this kind of competition actually exists in the world, whether you like it or not, because that's the domain of the mind. But a devotee wants to become zero. So for him, like, 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 100,000 doesn't really matter. So it's a very beautiful way to be. Unfortunately, like in the society and then the world we are existing in the 21st century, it doesn't actually, create a situation for the way for the one who wants to become total devotee to survive. But with the attempt of Sadhguru, with Isha Yoga Center and many other centers all across the world, including Sadhguru Sannidhi Bengaluru, Sadhguru Sannidhi Nepal. And people who are from Nepal and anywhere from the world, like if you want to experience different dimension of Linga Varavi, you should visit Nepal. And if you are during the Purnima Abhishekam or Fridays, like you will be able to, be able to be in the grace of Linga Varavi, the unique form of Linga Varavi, as Sadhguru says, and the musical and devotional offering of Anishana and other fabulous singers. Yeah, and with that, Sadhguru is planning, and it's now growing with the triple I. So the main objective is to ensure that, some people can go and be the way they want to be, which is not possible in this society because I think Anishana might have also encountered that situation. I do not know, but in many contexts that if you start to choose the guitar over the, money or something like that, then some questions will come. Okay, how you are going to make your living, but yeah. So devotion is a most beautiful way because eventually, like how much money you make, you are still looking for this tiny drop of happiness and joy and action. Yeah, like when you become zero, like it's in abundance for free. So it's our effort that with Anishana tonight that we are trying to overflow you guys with that dimension. Just for next whatever moment, like we'll be going through playing this music, just forget about your family, forget about your job, forget about everything else, and be here in this divine overflowing. Because yeah. Let's continue. Sure. Jai Devi.
This song is. So I used to sing it for Devi also. I generally sing this song to Devi also in temple. This is called Jamuna Kinare Moragaon. So I think it's a Krishna related bhajan, but I made it. I put Devi in it and I sang for her in the temple. Today I'll sing the Krishna version itself, so that everyone can be. Jamuna 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 Kinare Mora Gaon Jamuna Kinare Mora Gaon Jamuna Kinare Mora Gaon Jamuna Kinare Mora Gaon Savare Izayo, Savare Izayo, Savare ho Izayo, Jamuna Kinare Mora Gaon, Jamuna Kinare Mora Gaon, Savare Izayo, Savare Izayo, Savare ho जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव जमुना किनारे मोरे ऊंची हवेली जमुना किनारे मोरे ऊंची हवेली मैं ब्रिज की गोपिका नवेली जमुना किनारे मोरे ऊंची हवेली मैं ब्रिज की गोपिका नवेली राधा रंगीलो मोरा नाम राधा रंगीलो मोरा नाम सावरे जयो सावरे जयो सावरे हो जयो जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव सावरे जयो सावरे जयो सावरे हो जयो जमुना किनारे मोरा सुन मुरली में भैरे दीवानी सुन मुरली में भैरे दीवानी सुध बुध खोए चैन गवाई सुन मुरली में भैरे दीवानी सुध बुध खोए चैन गवाई ध्यान लगो है तेरो नाम ध्यान लगो है तेरो नाम सावरे जयो सावरे जयो सावरे जयो सावरे हो जयो जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव सावरे जयो सावरे जयो सावरे हो जयो जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव जमुना किनारे मोरा गाँव सावरे जयो 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 सावरे Sabare, Aiseyo, Sabare, Aiseyo, Sabare, Aiseyo, Sabare, Aiseyo, Sabare, Aiseyo, Sabare,
So beautiful, and yeah, we can go for like a few more, and then we'll wrap it up. I know it can be a little tricky also. Yeah, let's go for two more. So yeah, let's go.
Okay. So this song is called Ma Sunao. It's I think it's a Bollywood song, but one Ma suggested me, and then she said you should offer this to Devi. And the lyrics are very much like for Devi kind of song. So we sing it in the temple. So I'll sing that. Ma, माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा न हो रानी माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा न हो रानी माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा न हो रानी माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा न हो रानी जो हमारी तुम्हारी कथा हो जो सभी के हृदय की व्यथा हो जो हमारी तुम्हारी कथा हो जो सभी के हृदय की व्यथा हो गंध जिसमें भरी हो धरा की बात जिसमें न हो अप्सरा की हो न परिया जहाँ आसमानी माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा न हो रानी माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा न हो वो कहानी जो हंसना सिखाते पेट की भूख को जो बुलाते वो कहानी जो हंसना सिखाते पेट की भूख को जो बुलाते जिसमें सच की भरी चांदनी हो जिसमें उम्मीद की रोशनी हो जिसमें ना हो कहानी पुरानी सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा ना ना हो रानी माँ सुनाओ मुझे वो कहानी जिसमें राजा ना ना हो रानी दारा दारा रा 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 रा
Amazing and amazing. Yeah, so Kabir also used poetry and many other mystics use the poetry to, convey what actually matters actually at the end, because like whatever we accumulate, even this body and whatever we have learned, he's going to left behind. So the eternal truth. And so since this is regarding the celebration for the Linga Bhairavi, so maybe we want to culminate this evening with one of the Bhairavi song. So,
Sure, sure.
and for all the people, just like I mentioned, that if you are visiting Nepal, then if ensure that like you visit around like maybe Purnima Abhishekam time. It's known as a Purnima Abhishek in Nepal. So that would be the great opportunity to go through the processes that is available, made available by Sadhguru, and yeah, and of course the offering, devotional offering also during the Fridays also. Yes, sir. Let's do this. Jai Bhairavi.
So this, I think the most famous Bhairavi song we have, Jago Bhairavi. We will end with that song. जागो भैरवी आज अंतकरण में जागो भैरवी आज अंतकरण में हे आमे सदा राज जीवन मरण में जागो भैरवी.
Anishana, the music is gone. I think we need to try again. For some reason.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah, yeah. I think some issue with the tech. Okay, let's do one
Okay.
encore for this one, and then yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so I want everybody to tell you that like Sadhguru is going to start the process of consecration tomorrow in Triple I, and of course the largest ever Lingavaravi temple is actually coming in Bengaluru. So I want you guys to donate for that one also. So if you want to donate, just let me know. So let's do this encore.
भवजलधि अति घोर माया पवन झोर तू ही तरुणी एक भव संतरण में भव जलधि अति घोर माया पवन झोर तू ही तरुणी एक भव संतरण में है नाव मझधार अब तो करो पार हम तुम कुशल कौन पतित पावन है नाव मझधार अब तो करो पार हम तुम कुशल कौन पतित पावन जागो भैरवे आज अंत करण में हिया में सदा राज जीवन मरण में जागो भैरवे आज अंत करण में मैं दिन अज्ञात तेरी कुसंतान तुझको जननी जान आया शरण में मैं दिन अज्ञात तेरी कुसंतान तुझको जननी जान आया शरण में ना भक्ति ना ज्ञान कैसे करो ध्यान देना मुझको स्थान कृपया चरण में ना भक्ति ना ज्ञान कैसे करो ध्यान देना मुझको स्थान कृपया चरण में जागो भैरवे आज अंत करण में हिया में सदा राज जीवन मरण में जागो भैरवे आज अंत करण में हिया में सदा राज जीवन मरण में हिया में सदा राज जीवन मरण में हिया में सदा राज जीवन मरण में.
So blessed, Anna. Okay. Okay, let's do, because a few of the people have joined a little bit late. Like, we'll end up with, again, Devi Bhairavi, the last one again, one more time. Let's do it. Okay, I want everybody to sing along with. Okay, we'll end up with this one. Like, so again, just like I want to tell you that this is just for the celebration for Sadhguru to bring Devi in our lives. The Devi has knowingly, unknowingly transformed everybody's life. She is not a being that is limited to a specific location. For example, whether it is Coimbatore, Govi, Salem, Delhi, Kathmandu, and now Triple I or upcoming in Bengaluru, but she's everywhere. But just to be with her and everything, Sadhguru has given many processes. And it is really fortunate that like I will be part of the consecration starting tomorrow, and it is coming soon in Bengaluru also. Sadhguru is going to possibly going to announce this year. Hopefully by the end of this year or like maybe in 2026, it's going to happen. And she's coming soon in like Hyderabad also very soon. So yeah, so it's all for Devi only. Okay, let's go. Okay, sing along, everyone.
सजिए कि चन्द्रमा को जादू चमके कि कालो के सजिए कि चन्द्रमा को जादू चमके कि मेरा उतरीने धारण भई अंगालोमा मेरे दया था मेरा उतरीने मेरा समय उसको भयो उसके भए पुग छन्ने पाइला पुग छन्ने सोचौँ पछि ए देवी भैरवी ए देवी भैरवी ए देवी भैरवी da सजिलै के खोजी खोजुके पाइसकेपछि जब तिमीलाई न्यानो त्यो कसरी खोलिन्छ नि आँखा मेरा थाहै नभई न्यानो त्यो कसरी खोलिन्छ नि आँखा मेरा थाहै नभई अंगालो मेरे दया था मेरा उतरीने धारण भई अंगालोमा मेरे दया था मेरा उतरीने मेरा समय उसको उसकै भए पुग छन्ने पाइला पुग छन् सोचन् पछि ए देवी भैरवी 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 रा 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 रा
Jai Bhairavi Devi. Okay, thank you, Anishana, for this evening, and most importantly for the music, because I know that like the music is going to long laster than all of us. It is going to last forever, and all the devotees in the future, whether they come from Nepal or like whether they understand Nepali language or not, it will be a way of connecting to the Devi, of course. So yeah, so you can share certain things about the Lingavaravi temple in Nepal, because this will be an opportunity, because you are one of the one like who have actually spent a lot of time, before is consecration and everything, and just like you mentioned that like you are not aware that how you will become the slave, the willing slave of the Devi, and like how willingly it is, isn't it? Yeah? For example, like when you fall in love, like we are sort of helpless, but at the same time, like we enjoy a little bit. But when things go south, a lot of complaints will happen, like why I did this and everything. But it is not the same thing with Devi. So yeah, you can just share a little bit about your experience so far with the Devi and everything, and I will let you conclude this session, because like this session is for you and you only. Yeah, and Devi, of
Um, our temple, I think here temple in Nepal, I think it just completed 2 years and a little more. March 14 this time was the anniversary. March 7th, Sadhguru consecrated in 2022, no 2023, and then uh, this year the Purnami fell on March 14th, so the 2 years anniversary was on that day, and a little more it has become, and it's been growing. Our temple here, it's been growing, and we as volunteers, uh, we are doing our seva there, and I think here the Devi is, uh, like Sadhguru also said, is a little different here.
course.
When I was in ashram also, yeah, it's a little different here. It's also different, and in my experience, Devi, it's such a beautiful experience, Anna, that I don't even feel like in most of the times to express, because I'm yet to totally comprehend this emotion, this feeling that goes within the way she shows her magic, and the way she's there all the time, and it's like on it's like it's like so many moments that now it's like too many moments that I can't even uh, remember this particular moment, where it's like every day is something, and the growth I think in life has been very fast, internally and externally also. Mm, just feels like she's there, and there's no one else to like throw your trust upon when she's there. It feels like that, and blindly trust her, and that's how she embraces it. Is what I feel. For me, in my experience, it's been like that. And And here our temple is also very beautiful. So many people watch you from India and other countries. So I'd like to invite all of them to our temple here, and like you said, there is so many events happening here. Like Friday functions have become very popular in Kathmandu, and there's really so many people come, and we are always inviting new and new artists here in Devi's presence, and now that Adiyogi is also there, so it's a very, very vibrant uh, time to be every Friday. It's like it amazes us itself, because I also came through that background where I used to play in the pubs and bars before, and then playing there, and people just getting drunk, and and trying to dance on it. And here every Friday we are like everyone is dancing, and everyone is so energized, we are really thinking that this should be an example, and people should look towards our temple, and definitely they will come more and more people. So yeah, it's going really good.
Okay, na, thank you for your time. And
Yeah.
yeah, so uh, this opportunity for all the audience, whether they are watching now or like will be watching afterwards. Uh, it's a great privilege that like we are here, like witnessing consecration and what all the volunteers are actually pulling it off. Because just to end in a note that just like you mentioned, uh, Kathmandu is like a not short of temples. There are temples everywhere, but the significance of the temple and like how people approach it has been transformed, and that is actually a great thing. And music is the easiest medium for everybody to connect. So yeah, thank you, thank you for your time. And yeah, great. Hopefully like we'll see you in the future in Mahashivratri and make everybody dance. And hopefully like more songs will come from Devi through you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Namaskaram. Thank you for your time.
Namaskaram. Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody for joining in today. So Linga Varu consecration is going to begin from tomorrow at Triple I. And yeah, it's a great time that like Sadhguru is taking this initiative. So yeah, thank you everybody who are joining in. So anyone who had joined late, this video will be available, and you guys can watch it whenever it is possible. Also.